Presented by ChurchTechU, it's the ProPresenter Show. On today's show, why they're called media playlists in ProPresenter 7. Hi, and welcome again to the ProPresenter Show. This is the show where I help you learn all about ProPresenter. My name's Paul Allen Clifford. And before we get started, if you've always thought, wait, if a playlist is a list of presentations with slides and stuff in it, why are they called media playlists? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, click the little bell icon, that sort of stuff. So, this was something that I noticed, and I was a little confused by at first. It was a while back. I've taught this to my ChurchTechU members for a while, but it's something that ProPresenter can do that maybe a lot of you don't use. So I thought that we'd head over to my computer and I'd tell you all about that. So here we are in ProPresenter 7, and this did exist in Pro 6 as well. So I still have that open from an earlier tutorial, and you'll notice that if I look in this group, it has a media playlist. So this works in Pro 7 and Pro 6, although there's more power in Pro 7. So basically the way people use these, they tend to use them as organizational tools. So, you know, you've got a foregrounds media playlist, you've got a blue backgrounds media playlist, you've got just backgrounds in general, etc. But it's called a playlist for a reason. Just as up here we've got a playlist, I've got one open and it's got several presentations in it with slides in each presentation that you can just go through one right after another, no biggie. So also you can go through these backgrounds one right after another. So let me show you exactly what I mean by this. I'm actually going to get rid of this one because it has some audio in it and I just don't want it to disrupt things. So I have this screen right here, and it is set, right now it's set to 5 minutes. Let me right click and change that. So let's go into this and here, and instead of 5 minutes I'm going to change that to 5 seconds just so that it's a little easier to deal with. Okay, so now I can click on this one and notice that it has this little arrow right here. What that means is when I'm playing the entire playlist, it will go from one item to the next item after 5 seconds. So let me actually do exactly that. I'm going to grab this backgrounds here, and you might be used to dragging backgrounds from down here individually up here, but instead I'm going to drag the entire thing up here. So notice that we've got this icon here indicating that there is something going on here. So let me click on that. Notice that we've got this background here, and it should change here in just a second. Oh, for some reason that didn't take the change. So let me go ahead and just click on that automatically. And now this one should change to this one. And then when this one is done, after 30 seconds, then I've got this set to go back to this one. You might be thinking, Paul, what good is that? Well, maybe you want several different backgrounds during a song. You don't want to remember to change them. You don't want them to change exactly on the same slide every time. You just want it more organic. And you did see that it went back here. That would be one use of it. Our friends over at Church Motion Graphics, this background has 3 or 4 iterations where the colors are slightly different, but otherwise it's very similar. So you could have a cross dissolve going from one to another, and slowly over the course of a song or several songs, however you set it up, it would transition the colors of the background. And so that would be a good use. Another use might be if you have Vacation Bible School or a mission trip or a student activity or something where you have a bunch of pictures and you want to play a song while you're cycling through those pictures. Well, you could make a video, or you could just bring the pictures in as backgrounds here, set them to change every 5 seconds or what have you, and then go from there. So let me show you the default setting, and then we'll look at the other settings. So if we go up here into ProPresenter and then Preferences, then Import, let's go to Image for an example, and I'm going to change that to background, and duration here is how long it will stay up. So I've got time, 5 seconds is what I've got it to right now. I could set it to none, which would be just keep it up until I do something, or random, change the amount of time. I'd probably tend to want time up there as opposed to random, because I would think that random might be too long sometimes and too short other times. And then next behavior, once this timer is over, what do I want it to do? Go to the next one or go to a random one? So those are the two choices. I'd probably choose next. Now, when I select the very last one in here, notice that earlier I had it start back up. Well, I can go right here, next cue, and I have these 3 choices: next, random again, and first. So the very last one, I'd just change that to first. But notice that I also have a couple of other options here. So I could pick any one of these here as the next one that it goes to. So it could be that after the first time around, I don't want it to go back to that one. I want it to go back to the second one. So I could choose that, and then from there on, it would continue on. So that's a very useful thing to have in that situation. So that's basically how you can use the media playlists as actual playlists to cycle through media automatically in ProPresenter 7. If you like this content, I bet you'd like my ProPresenter 7 Quick Start course. So head on over to tdm.fyi/pro7quick. Give me your name and email address, and you can get a login for that course for free. No problems there whatsoever. It's all done automatically. That said, you should also know that I've just updated that particular course, so it includes all the stuff for ProPresenter 7.8 and earlier. So that's some cool features in there, and some of the changes, of course, won't happen whenever they release any updates to ProPresenter 7, so that would be fine. A lot more content there, so it's really worth your time going through that. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford from TrinityDigitalMedia.com and ChurchTechU.com, reminding you to go out and change eternity.